Hey now, it's the Rob coming to you from all the way across the room here with the Enhancement talent from 106.1 KISS FM, alongside my broadcast colleague.
Hey, it's Eric Cornish with WKDQ, and as promised, we've got some guys from the Coliseum, CCW, big show coming up on this Saturday, and we've got Alister and Juicy Jimmy in the house. You guys, big part of CCW, and of course, I mean, you can't talk about the Coliseum without talking about the history of this great venue.
Absolutely. I mean, wrestling's been at the Coliseum probably 85 years. I mean, I think that Nick Goulas, am I wrong? Nick Goulas started wrestling in the Coliseum?
I moved to Evansville about 8 years ago, and that was the first thing every wrestling fan told me was about the historic Coliseum and the Coliseum wrestling, and it was a stop on the Memphis territory.
Yeah, I mean, a guy like me, I grew up in Louisville, so it's the equivalent to me for the Louisville Gardens. So,
absolutely,
you know,
that's right.
Same deal. So all the stars like Jerry the King Lawler, Bill Dundee, and Dutch Mantell, and all these guys have been through, and every star that went on to bigger things, Hogan, Andre, they've all been there.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, sure. So
you know, the thing is with the wrestling, it had such a great history, and the past, say, 15 years, people have come in and run the Coliseum and just, I mean, a lot of the Evansville fans,
it's been up and down.
they know where I'm going at with this. I mean, you know, it got to the point where people were actually scared to come spend their money at the Coliseum, which is sad because of the history of the building. So, but I can say the last 2 years, it's been a whole different show. I mean, we were bringing in talent from all across the country that are.
I'll take over your house.
sure.
We may not have the big names or bring in former WWE or WCW superstars, but the guys you will see here are the guys who are going to be, you know, the next big thing on the independent scene. We have guys like Picture Perfect Jordan Cage, who's heavyweight champion of CCW right now. He's done a ton of stuff in the Southeast. Jason Kincaid comes in. He's a former NWA junior heavyweight champion. I think he's held one of the NWA belts for almost 2 years now. We've got Team IOU there.
I managed them not too long ago.
Great
It happened right here on this show.
Really?
Yeah.
Great tag team and very entertaining.
I might have to skate around these guys' names, but the boys from Jollyville, we will call them,
Right.
Nasty Russ and T Money. They're out of the Cincinnati area, and those two tag teams are probably two of the best tag teams in the region.
And I think that's what people like when they see indie wrestling is to get an alternative from what they're seeing, you know, every Monday on TV or every Thursday on TV, whatever they're watching. Absolutely. They get an alternative from this, and they see some of these guys who you never know, they might get that shot because so many guys that came through the Coliseum, and not just your Stone Cold Steve Austins, but the newer guys.
CM Punk.
Yeah, absolutely.
We watched him over in Charlestown, Indiana, in a barn, and he, you know, become the next big thing.
There are some people who
Right.
who like watching NFL football, and there's some people who love watching college football.
Yeah, and that's really the difference, and that's why we bring guys like this on the show, because if you don't know anything but what you're watching on Monday Night Raw, then you're missing out on an experience of what wrestling used to be and what it still can be, and that is being live, being interactive with the fans, and being right there. Larger than life superstars right there in your face. That's what indie wrestling's all about.
You know, that's true. There's a lot of people that don't know indie wrestling exists. They think that WWE or whatever else, you know, TNA is all there is out there. And I used to tell people, if you want to see a real quality show that you can be a part of and feel like you're a part of the show, come to an indie show. I mean, you don't go to a WWE show and actually get to interact with wrestlers. Mm-hmm. You know, at our show, you're part of the show. You're there to...
The action's right in your face.
Yeah, right in your face. I mean, we want them to yell. We want them to throw stuff at us. That's what we want. That's our job.
I'm dying to know, do the two of you lace up the tights from time to time, or
we beat the crap out of each other more than you can imagine.
What are your positions with the company?
I am the promoter.
Promoter?
And we'll just leave the other part out.
Right.
I mean, but I'm also
a wrestler.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
So then I refuse to believe you haven't worked with CCW in the ring.
I have worked for CCW for on and off for 18 years.
Okay.
One of my very first wrestling matches, which a lot of guys in the area, I can go through names, but I'm not going to. But a lot of guys got their start. J.C. Bailey, Simon Sibbs, they all got their start right in the Coliseum. Tracy Smothers is responsible for so many guys elevating their talent from the Coliseum that are gone on to bigger places.
All right.
I mean, like I said, CM Punk was there. CM Punk was remarkable when he came in, so you know.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I mean, he was there. He was at the Coliseum. Daniel Bryan, these guys. I mean, Chuck Taylor, Ricochet. It goes all the way back. I mean, Hulk Hogan started in the Coliseum area, that circuit.
Jerry Lawler pinned Andre the Giant right there in the
In the
Coliseum. A lot of people don't know that.
Didn't he body slam him too?
I don't know if I think he might have had some help.
Well, I mean, the late great Andy Kaufman,
Oh, absolutely.
Coliseum.
You know, the respect I have for that feud.
Yeah, oh yeah.
One of my all-time favorites.
Oh, it was great. And you know, until Andy Kaufman died, nobody knew that was a soap.
Yeah.
They all thought it was real. Even the boys in the back, they worked everybody on that.
That's always what I heard about it, and I find it hard to believe any otherwise would be true. That's what he did. He offended everybody in the territory.
And when Kaufman died, they found every check that Jerry Jarrett ever wrote him. He never cashed one of them.
You're kidding me.
He didn't need the money. He loved
No,
doing it. He
yeah,
loved it.
it was just fun.
It's taxi money.
So
That's what's wrong with the business. Everybody's doing it for the money. They ain't doing it for the love anymore.
That's why I compare it to college sports. You know, it's
Absolutely.
for the love of the game, the guys who you see on the independent scene. So I'm excited to see the show.
yeah, so coming up Saturday night, June the 7th, and so what is what's the big main event on this show?
The main event is going to be the current CCW heavyweight champion, picture perfect Jordan Cage, as he takes on the Hood Ninja
Isaiah, also another great star
Isaiah is
player.
remarkable.
One of those guys that you never know. You may see at the next level someday. He just and even if you don't, he's going to be one of the best on the independent scene. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's awesome. So
we got a ton of big things on this show Saturday.
Bad Attitude Brad Beach. You never seen this guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's worth watching.
He's like a tank.
very cool.
It's just he will just beat on you, and beat on you, and beat on you some more. I mean, I'm sure for a lot of people, what they recognize CCW to be is nothing but blood and guts. Don't get me wrong, we still do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, but now we have wrestlers there. We have guys that can fly all over the ring. We've got guys out there who will just hit one another in the mouth, and
Yeah.
you know, I mean, we still got guys go out there and swing chairs and do all that.
We don't swing no light tubes anymore. Them
Well,
are so
that's-
dangerous.
yeah.
They're dangerous to us. They're dangerous to the fans, and that's just not going to be part of our show anymore.
Yeah, and for the people that aren't into hardcore wrestling, you guys have changed for the better. For those who are, give something else a chance, because trust me, there is more to wrestling than barbed wire and light tubes.
For our hardcore fans, Saturday on the card, we have a Tate Fist street fight with Andrew Hunter and Shank. So, I mean, we still give the people, a taste of what they like. I mean, we haven't fully said no, we're not doing that. But it's just you have to have a balance.
Looks like you're going in the right direction here with CCW, and looking forward to a big show Saturday night. And guys, anytime you guys want to come in and promote a big show, feel free. Appreciate you being here on the Enhancement.
We would like to throw a plug out for our August 9th show.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember J.C. Bailey. J.C. Bailey was one of the next big things.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, he lost his life at 27 years old. So this year, the CCW is putting on the first annual J.C. Bailey Memorial Cup. And you want to say anything about it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are probably going to assume this is a hardcore tournament. It's not. It's 12 of the best wrestlers in the area. Some of the older favorites will be coming back. It's going to be mixed in with some of the newer guys to the area and up-and-comer guys, and it's just going to be a really good night. We've got Chase Stevens coming in for that. Isaiah, those are the first two names.
Awesome.
So
yeah, Chase Stevens and Isaiah. With names like that, it can only be a great show. So looking forward to that. Yeah, when that show rolls around, feel free to come back in, and we'll do that. That's in August, and of course Saturday night, join them at the Coliseum. And maybe we can even get Rob down there some night.
In August?
Well, anytime.
Okay, we'll see.
I'm going to get him in the ring one of these days.
We'll put him in there with Brian Beach.
We'll see what happens.
He's been saying this for years. I steer clear of this.
I'm trying.
But one of these days, we'll see.
Well, thank you so much, Alister Fear, Juicy Jimmy. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Awesome.
And
Thank you very much.
CCW, looking forward to a big show. And thanks for joining the Enhancement Talent. See you Monday.